Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea were top of the football world back in May 2021. Fast forward to 2025, and that legendary squad has been systematically dismantled. Of the 11 players who started that historic final against Manchester City, only one remains at Stamford Bridge. The Todd Boehly era has brought unprecedented upheaval, billions spent, dozens signed, and an almost complete purge of European glory. Today, we're tracking down every member of that starting 11 to discover where football has taken them since that magical night in Portugal. Between the sticks that evening was Édouard Mendy, the Senegalese goalkeeper who'd arrived from Rennes just months earlier, capped off his debut season with European glory. He equaled the Champions League record with 9 clean sheets and became the first African goalkeeper ever to feature in a final. Chelsea's revolution under Boehly saw Mendy fall out of favour, and in the summer of 2023, he departed for Al Ahly in the Saudi League. In May 2025, he lifted the AFC Champions League Elite Trophy and he was crowned the tournament's best goalkeeper. At 33, Mendy has proven there's still plenty left in the tank, and he's adding continental silverware to his already impressive collection. At right centre-back in Tuchel's back three stood Cesar Azpilicueta, Mr. Chelsea himself. The Spanish defender's commitment to the club over 11 seasons and 508 appearances made him a true legend at Stamford Bridge. From full-back to wing-back to centre-back, he adapted to every role asked of him, captaining the side through triumphs and tribulations alike. His departure in 2023 felt like the end of an era as he returned to Spain with Atletico Madrid. During his first season, the 34-year-old was a regular fixture in Diego Simeone's backline, but his second season told a different story. Game time evaporated, and when his contract expired in May 2025, both parties agreed to part ways. Just months later, the 36-year-old signed with Sevilla on a one-year deal with an option for a second. Marshalling the centre of that defensive line was the incomparable Thiago Silva. At 36 years old, when Chelsea won the Champions League, many wondered how much longer he could continue. The answer: 3 more years at an elite level. Silva stayed at Chelsea until summer 2024, defying age and expectation with performances that earned him Chelsea's Player of the Year award in 2023, the first defender to win it since John Terry in 2006. When he finally departed Stamford Bridge as a 39-year-old free agent, Silva chose sentiment over salary, returning to his boyhood club Fluminense in Brazil. His impact was immediate. Fluminense sat rock bottom of the table when he arrived, staring down the barrel of relegation. What followed was nothing short of miraculous, a 10-game streak without conceding a single league goal, with Silva's defensive leadership the driving force behind the turnaround. Now, at 41 years old, he captains Fluminense, proving the class truly is permanent. On the left side of that back three was Antonio Rudiger, the German warrior whose aggressive defending and no-nonsense approach made him a fan favourite. Chelsea signed him from Roma in 2017, and across 203 matches, he gave everything to the cause, sometimes literally, with his fearless shot blocking earning him cult hero status. When his contract expired in 2022, Rudiger made the move to Real Madrid on a free transfer, and it proved to be an inspired decision. At 32 years old, he remains a cornerstone of their defense, adding another Champions League title to his collection in 2024. While some questioned whether he could adapt to Spanish football, Rudiger has silenced doubters with his consistency and leadership at the Santiago Bernabeu. At right wing-back was academy graduate Reece James, the local boy living every Chelsea fan's dream. His attacking prowess combined with defensive solidity made him one of Europe's most complete fullbacks. In 2023, he was handed the captain's armband, recognition of his standing at the club and a signal that Chelsea saw him as their future. Unfortunately, that future has been plagued by the cruel reality of injury. James remains at Stamford Bridge as the only player from that Champions League winning 11 still wearing the blue shirt, but his impact has been severely limited. Hamstring problems have become a recurring nightmare, robbing him and Chelsea of the consistency that once made him undroppable. Providing width on the opposite flank was Ben Chilwell, whose £50 million move from Leicester had looked shrewd as he thrived in Tuchel's system. He even signed a new contract in 2023, suggesting a long-term future at Chelsea. But when Enzo Maresca arrived as manager, everything changed. Chilwell fell completely out of favour, banished from the first-team picture entirely. A February 2025 loan move to Crystal Palace was meant to revive his career, but the spell proved underwhelming and did little to boost his value. By September 2025, Chelsea found a solution that suited everyone: selling him to RC Strasbourg, their French sister club also owned by Boehly's group. The undisclosed fee mattered less than removing his wages from the books. It's a sad decline for a player who once looked essential to Chelsea's plans, now toiling in League One, trying to rebuild his reputation at 29. In central midfield, there was N'Golo Kante. His energy, work rate, and that ever-present smile made him one of the most beloved players in Chelsea's history. His final years at Chelsea were frustrating, with injuries limiting his availability and some questionable tactical decisions seeing him deployed out of position. When his contract expired in 2023, Kante followed the Saudi riches, joining Al Ittihad on a free transfer. At 34 years old now, he's winding down his career in the Gulf, earning a reported fortune. His legacy in England and world football is secure: a World Cup winner, 2 Premier League titles, and a Champions League trophy with one of the most unique skill sets the Premier League has ever witnessed. Beside Kante sat Jorginho, the mercurial Italian who arrived from Napoli in 2018 as Maurizio Sarri's key man. While Sarri ball never quite clicked, Jorginho evolved under subsequent managers, becoming indispensable to Chelsea's play. The 2021 calendar year was his peak: Champions League winner, Euro 2020 winner with Italy, and a third-place finish in the Ballon d'Or voting. For a defensive midfielder, that's rarefied air. But as Chelsea's spending spree continued under Boehly, Jorginho was sold to Arsenal in January 2023. He spent 2 seasons with the Gunners, adding experience to Mikel Arteta's young squad as they challenged for the title. When his contract expired in summer 2025, the 33-year-old opted for a new adventure, joining Flamengo in Brazil. It's a chance to extend his career in a less demanding league while experiencing the passion of South American football before retirement. In the number 10 role was Mason Mount, the academy poster boy who seemed destined to spend his entire career at Chelsea. A Blue since 2005, he represented everything right about youth development: technical skill, tactical intelligence, and genuine love for the badge. His 195 appearances for Chelsea included some truly memorable moments, but contract negotiations broke down in spectacular fashion. Manchester United swooped in with a £55 million offer in 2023, and Mount made the controversial switch to Old Trafford. What followed has been an unmitigated disaster. Injuries have absolutely decimated his time at United. In the 2024-25 season alone, he managed just 334 minutes of Premier League football due to 3 separate injury setbacks. In his first 18 months at the club, he completed 90 minutes exactly once, and never in the Premier League. At 26, these should be his peak years, yet he's stuck in a rehabilitation cycle that shows no signs of ending. It's genuinely heartbreaking to watch. In the other attacking midfield position was Kai Havertz, though Tuchel's system allowed him fluidity to roam. The German's hefty transfer fee placed enormous pressure on young shoulders. His Chelsea career was inconsistent at best, but nobody can take away his moment of immortality. That composed finish past Ederson to win Chelsea the Champions League. 1 goal, 1 trophy, 1 legacy secured. Chelsea recouped most of their investment when Arsenal paid £65 million for him in 2023. Under Mikel Arteta, Havertz has been deployed as a striker, and the results have been mixed but largely positive. He's shown more consistency than he managed at Chelsea, proving there was a quality player beneath the frustration. However, recent injuries have sidelined him, and Arsenal's purchase of Victor Gyökeres has raised serious questions about his place in the starting 11. When he returns to fitness, Havertz may find himself battling for minutes rather than being the guaranteed starter he once was. And finally, Timo Werner. Chelsea activated his RB Leipzig release clause in 2020, excited by his electric pace and goal-scoring pedigree in the Bundesliga. Unfortunately, his Premier League experience will be remembered for one thing: missed chances. Despite his work rate and movement, his finishing deserted him at crucial moments. In 89 appearances, he scored just 23 goals, and Chelsea cut their losses in 2022, selling him back to Leipzig for less than half what they bought him for. The hope was that Werner would rediscover his old form back in familiar surroundings. Instead, he's endured a miserable return. At 29 years old, he's now firmly a bench option at Leipzig, unable to recapture the magic that once made him one of Europe's most feared strikers. There's even talk of him leaving European football entirely. And what of the architect of that triumph? Thomas Tuchel was sacked just 18 months after the Champions League win, following a poor start to the 2022-23 season under the new ownership. 4 more managers came and went before Enzo Maresca's appointment. After leaving Chelsea, Tuchel had a brief but successful stint at Bayern München, winning the Bundesliga before departing. His next challenge? He's now England's national team manager, tasked with ending their decades-long wait for silverware. He'll lead the Three Lions at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, making him one of the most high-profile appointments in international football. 4 years on from that Champions League triumph, only Reece James remains at Chelsea, and even he's been largely absent through injury. It's a stark reminder of how quickly football moves, how ruthlessly clubs operate, and how fleeting glory can be. That Chelsea team delivered the ultimate prize, but in the Boehly era, not even Champions League glory guarantees you a future. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any new videos. See you next time. Bye.
Do you want to make money with affiliate marketing? Join the Goal90 Shop affiliate program and start earning today. Get your unique affiliate link and exclusive discount coupon to share with your audience. Every sale made through your link earns you a 10% commission. No limits, just real earnings. Don't miss out. Turn your influence into income now.